Okay, so as they say, there's no place like home. But when you owe IRS and you want to do an offer in compromise and you've got a lot of equity in your home, you want to protect that, right? Okay, so I've heard about this little trick. Let me tell you about this little trick. Here we go. All right, so I'm Anton with Tax Law Offices. Let's talk about this a little bit. I'm here in a very much home environment. We've got animals and they're hanging out and they're on this video with us. That's all right. We'll do it this way this time. Listen, if you want to do an offer in compromise with the IRS and you own your home and you've got equity in your home and someone tells you, hey, can I just transfer the house out of my name? Or maybe, hey, lawyer, I transferred the house out of my name, so I'm going to file an offer in compromise and I don't own the house, IRS can't touch that, right? Oh, boy, do I have some news for you. All right, it's real important that you know this because actually multiple people have talked to me about this where they've transferred their home out of their name, they put it in their wife's name, quit claim to deed to them or to their children or something like that. And then they file their offer in compromise and they say that they don't own real estate. Well, this is the problem. On that offer in compromise application, that Form 656, that application has a question. Did you transfer any property to someone else for less than its full value? Now, there's some pitfalls at that, and I mean, you can kind of guess what they are, right? Number one, obviously, if you answer yes to the question, did you transfer property to another person in the last 10 years for less than its fair value, means that you give it away instead of selling it. Well, if you answer yes to that, then that offer in compromise is going to be adjusted for the value of that real estate. You know why? Because there's a 10-year look back period. So it doesn't work when you do that. Because when you answer the question, you tell IRS, yes, that's exactly what I did. And that means that all of that equity that you thought you gave away, well, for the purposes of this offer in compromise, you still have the equity. But the second thing is a little more tricky because some people will just answer the question, no, I did not transfer any property out of my name. And the dogs just love this part. Okay, I didn't transfer any property. Well, what's going to happen is when that offer in compromise gets reviewed by an IRS offer specialist, the specialists are trained to and required to look into any real estate. They're trained to do a title search. They're trained to do what's called a UCC search. Basically, they are trained to research you and your name, and especially any property that's in the county where you live, and any property that you've owned, in the last 10 years or so. So if you answer, no, I didn't do that, well, one, that's going to trigger that offer specialist to start an investigation. And that's a situation that you don't want. You don't want that, because what that means is that you basically intentionally lied on a document that you filed with the federal government, and it's actually a big deal. It's actually a crime. We don't have to get into that. Just know that it's a bad situation that you don't want to do. You don't want to get caught. You don't want to have your attorney help you do that, because we're not going to help you do that. So the point is, you have to do better planning earlier, and you have to talk to your lawyer to see what other options may be, because that kind of advice that you get, the kind of advice that you get at the barbershop, at the beauty shop, standing in line at the restaurant, that's not good advice. That's not good legal advice. And you don't want to take your legal advice from somebody that's not qualified to do that. So if someone told you, well, you just deed the house over to your wife or to your daughter, don't do that. Don't do that without talking to an attorney that specializes in tax, that knows what they're talking about. Okay? I really hope this helps you. This is real stuff here. And hey, people are really getting a raw deal because they thought they were so clever, because they took advice from somebody at the barbershop. All right. Like I said, there's no place like, where's my home? There's no place like home. We want to help you protect your home, but you got to be smart about it. Okay. Hey, I'm Anton with Tax Law Offices. Hey, give me a like. If you like the content, if you like the dogs, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Again, there's more of these, and I don't want you to miss any of it. All right. See you next video. Hey, and you be careful out there. All right.